Beginner's Guide to Arbitrage Part 1. That's what this video is going to be about. It's going to be interesting for anyone who wants to learn about arbitrage. And even if you already know about it, you're going to want to stick around as well because you might get a different perspective. You might get another point of view, a tip or a gem. And even more important, you might want to hang out just to help the community. So in this video, we're going to talk about, of course, what is arbitrage. We're going to talk about arbitrage as compared to the other methods of selling on Amazon. I'm going to give some real examples of how it works. We're going to go back and look real quick at a couple of other videos that I did in the past and see how those products actually worked. And then finally, we're going to actually look at my account so that you can see the true potential for you in terms of you actually selling on Amazon. That's what this is all about, you, especially if you're like me, because I work a full-time job as a truck driver. That's full-time hours, including overtime. So if you're wondering, could you do this on the side? You absolutely could. I do it, and I've been doing it on the side for years. There's so much you can do. And here's the main point, guys. I'm going to show you. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be difficult. In fact, it's not hard at all. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. So let's get into it right now. This is what to sell on Amazon. I'm Horace. Let's go. Okay, welcome hustlers. Thank you for taking a moment of your time to spend with me. My name is Horace, also known as La Machine, and this is what to sell on Amazon. Around here, we talk all things selling on Amazon using the arbitrage business model. So if that's something you're into, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification. It's absolutely free and you won't miss out on any of the information, the content that we put out each and every week. And check this out, by subscribing, you become a member of the Working Class Hustler family. And that means you won't miss when we go live each and every week. Lately, we've been going on Sundays around 3 p.m. Eastern time, but it doesn't matter. Once you subscribe, you will be notified. Tired of hearing me yak? Yeah, I know what you mean. And that's why when you join us live, oh, baby, it's not just me. It's the Working Class Hustler panel. That is a group of my best people from my private Zoom calls, and you're just not going to believe it. They, on their own accord, have agreed to come together for your benefit. So come out so that we can address, as a panel, any concerns, issues, or just things that you want to talk about as it pertains to selling on Amazon. And one more housekeeping note: if you're serious about getting started on Amazon and you just want someone to be connected with that's a little bit further ahead than you, text the words Working Class Hustler to the number on the screen and go through the quick prompts so I know how to best serve you. And from there, you're actually connected with me in my phone so that you can ask quick questions, get tips, advice, or anything I can do whenever I have a minute. It is what I do. Hustlers, leave a comment if I've helped you out so that the community knows that this is available. So now let's get right into the video. So again, this is going to be part one of a actual series that we're putting together. So in this part of the beginner's guide to selling on Amazon, we're just going to have an overview. And I also want to encourage you, if you're new to this, you're going to want to take advantage. In the notes, there will be a way to get what we're putting together is a cheat sheet. So all you have to do, it's free. The link to that will be in the description. But check this out. We got a lot of fun stuff going on. We're taking a cheat sheet and we keep adding to that cheat sheet. That cheat sheet is eventually going to morph into a free handbook for you. Guys, this is what I do. I love it, love it, love it, because I'm always trying to figure out more ways to serve you. So now let's get into the video. So when we talk about arbitrage, what it is, typically, well, basically by definition, arbitrage is buying from one market and selling on another. So what you're looking for is the difference in price. If you could walk into, say, Target, and you could buy a product at one price and turn around and sell it on Amazon for a higher price. And again, you're going to actually calculate all of your fees, because there are going to be fees to be paid. This is a business. And after all fees, if you can make a profit, how much profit, that's what you're going to decide. But all arbitrage is going into one market, buying something, and then turning around and selling it on the Amazon market for a profit. Now, a couple of things for newbies. When you talk about arbitrage, you're going to hear people throwing out the terms OA and RA. Okay. OA is online arbitrage. That means you're shopping online. You're going to your regular stores. Anybody that has a website is a potential sourcing site, but most people go to places like Walmart, Target, Best Buy, Bed Bath & Beyond, Kohl's, places like that. That is OA, or online arbitrage. You'll also hear people throwing the term RA. That stands for retail arbitrage. Same stores in most cases, but you go physically to those stores. And if you can find that product and be able to sell it at a profit, that is arbitrage. So let me give you a couple of quick examples. And to get those examples, we're going to go to actual videos, and I'm going to encourage you to go back and watch those. But here, check this out. Okay, so hustlers, what we're looking at is an actual video. This is a video where I did some sourcing at Target. Jim, put the card up in the corner for them. We'll put the link in the description as well. I encourage you to go back and watch that video. But the point is this: what I found is a journal, and what we did here, I'm going to show you. So here you can see where we actually sold that item. And if we really wanted to dig deep, I'm going to jump over real quick to a software that I'm always talking about. It's called Inventory Lab. And I love using that software because, as you can see right here, it's showing us how much it paid, it sold for. You can see here what our buy cost was. You can see what the net profit was, the profit margin, and my favorite measure is return on investment. So you can see how that worked. And then also we did that was at Target, but look at, we also did it at a store that's around my area called Ollie's. Now, some of you may have Ollie's as well. So watch what happened there. So here you can see I had these Perry Ellis wife beaters, if that's what you want to call it. But again, I'm going to encourage you to watch that video, because in that video, I talk about how I sourced that. And there I was showing you the actual price and going on and yakking about it. But after I was done yakking about it, there you can see I actually sold all 4 of them. And if we hop over to my Inventory Lab, you can see where each of those sold. You can see what the order price was, the buy cost was, the net profit, $9.05, 37.7, basically 36% profit margin, 133% return on investment. Guys, this is not hard. So now you basically know what arbitrage is. Now we're going to talk about arbitrage versus some of the other ways that you could sell on Amazon. So the other ways would be, for example, what do you got? Wholesale. Now with wholesale, what you have is you have to have a legitimate business, typically, not necessarily, but typically an LLC, a C Corp, or whatever, you have to be an established business. You have to have your EIN number. You've got to have your reseller certificate. Why? Because in order to deal with wholesalers, they want to have you vetted out. You may have minimum purchases. This is not a bad business model, but it's different than arbitrage. Okay. In arbitrage, basically, I mean, let's face it, if you've got about 15 minutes to open the account and you can walk into a Walmart, you're in business. Then I don't want you trying to jump from A to Z. If you're going to do the business, if you're going to do arbitrage, you start with A. That means spend the 15, 20 minutes, get the account up and walk into Walmart and quit worrying about trying to get to Z. Oh, what about taxes and all of that? You'll figure all of that out once you get started. And we'll come back to that. But another way you could sell on Amazon is what's called private label. That's basically a product that already exists that you could get out of China or something. Maybe you're on Alibaba or whatever it may be, and it's already an existing product and you're just going to slap your label on it and you're going to call it your own. That's fine, but that's different than arbitrage. You're not just going to slap that on, because that you're putting, but as soon as you put your own label on it, that's a new product as far as the marketplace is concerned. So how are people going to learn about it? Well, you're going to have to market it. How long is that going to take? I don't know. If you've tried private label or white labeling, leave a comment. Be a benefit to the community. Tell us, how long does it really take when you get that brand new product to really build up a following and everything? And we're not even getting into the sourcing, how long it takes to get this stuff in and everything. How much are you going to spend? How much are you going to spend? Because when you do arbitrage, how much are you going to spend? How much do you want to spend? You want to buy one thing and try it? You can do that. You're not going to do that with wholesale. You're not going to do that with private label. You're not going to stick your toe in the water, go, and this is too cold. No, you don't have that. You better be committed. And we'll talk about why I really encourage newbies, especially people that want to start part-time, stick your toe in the water. Arbitrage, in my opinion, is better. I'm not saying that these other business models are bad, so don't get it twisted. And then finally, we talk about just coming out with your own product. That means you invented a product or you had a product developed because you could solve a problem. You got to remember, guys, no matter how you look at this, if you're selling products, essentially, what are you doing? You're solving problems. You want to sell on Amazon? I don't care what category it is. You're solving a problem. And when you start thinking of it that way, that's going to change the game for you. You want to sell food? You want to sell snacks, stuff like that? Well, that's solving a problem. What problem? I'm hungry. You ever been hungry? That's a problem. So no matter how you look at it, guys, that's what you're doing. You're solving a problem. But how long? Now, again, we're talking about developing your own product, coming out with your own product. How long is that going to take? How much are you going to have to invest? You see the difference? I mean, you saw real quick just some of the numbers that I was talking about. Here, let's go back to that. Can you spend $6.79 on a product, turn around and sell it for $23.95 and make $9.05? Can you do that? That's different. That's different than wholesale. Not much different than wholesale, but with wholesale, you're not going to walk in there and just pick and choose your little onesies and twosies. In most cases, you're going to have minimum quantities. They ain't got time for you to be sticking your toe in the water. They're in the business of selling in bulk. That's their business model. Okay. So, and now same thing with white labeling or private labeling. You're not going to go in there and spend $6.79 so that you can make 133% return on investment. You're not going to do it. And as we just said, you're not going to do it with coming out with your own product. So I think now we have an overview, and finally, all I want to do is just, we're going to hop into my account real quick, just to kind of show you the kind of numbers that I do. I'm going to highlight my cursor. so we can follow along a little bit better. And then we're going to jump over. Okay, hustler. So here we are inside of my Seller Central account. And you can see today is September the 8th. The year is 2021. And so far today, I've had 21 sales for $446.58. And I'm going to tell you now, just in the name of transparency, this is a good day for me. In the last 7 days, 55 units sold, $1,413.54. In the last 15 days, 126 units sold, $3,441.19. The last 30 days, 343 units sold, $9,370.87. That's actually down. And if we want to hop back over into the other software that I use, I keep talking about for Inventory Lab. Jim, put a card in there for Inventory Lab, the videos we got, because we do have some videos that teach that. But let's hop over there real quick. So yeah, you can kind of see what's been going on. For example, the month of July. Yeah, that 9,000 looks good. But what was my actual profit? $3,435.35. Same thing with August. Oh, total income, 11 grand. Yeah, that sounds great. What do you really get to keep and pay taxes on? You know, 4,500 and, 80 cents or whatever. But I tell you, you have to ask yourself, when it's all said and done, are you okay working your full-time job? Again, we're coming from my perspective. If you're like me, you're already working a job. Would an extra $2,000 make a difference in your life? With an extra $3,000, it sure makes a difference in mine. The biggest difference, though, in my life is helping others. So what I want you to do is watch the videos that we talked about. There are some videos, the one at Ollie's that I showed you the example of. Watch that video, study it. Understand you can do this, guys. It's not hard. I'm there in the store, there in the parking lot. Then we break down everything so that you can see this doesn't have to be complicated. Guys, I don't know everything and I don't need to. And I'm glad I don't, because then I can show you, you don't have to know everything. I don't get involved. Half the stuff these people talking about, I don't get involved with that. I don't got time to be worried. That I'm not a worry wart. If you are, enjoy. There's plenty for you to worry about on Amazon. Trust me. But if not, you can be like me and sell this stuff and go on about your big head. Okay. So here's the deal, guys. All roads lead to tactical arbitrage, and I'm always sourcing there. So what I'd like for you to do is take advantage of the lightning courses. We just keep cranking them out because what they do is make things easier for you. Okay. They make things easier for you as far as sourcing, particularly online, but it also works for retail as well. It's not easy software to learn at first. And that's why we put together these lightning courses, because they're about 10 minutes or so, and you can be on to making the search. And then when you use the link down in the description and you get your extra, you get your 10 days free trial, you can be making money. Okay. And always, guys, it's all about understanding how to evaluate. If you don't know how to evaluate, all the data, all the information, walking into a store does nothing. If you don't know how to tell, can you make a profit? How long is it going to take to make it? We've got 2 videos that show my 7 steps to how I find profitable products. I will see you guys in the next video, and I'll probably see you on the weekend, this weekend when we go live. I look forward to helping you along with the Working Class Hustler panel, and I'll see you in the next video.